We know you stuck around for this story. Tacoma, Washington. They're looking for a guy who was accused of exposing himself at a coffee stand. It's this place called Java Girls, and it features, you know this, the baristas in bikinis.
Yeah, well, the trouble began on Thursday. Kylie Ross, who works at the coffee shop, says a guy wearing women's underwear pulled up to the drive-thru and began, touching himself, shall we say? Ross says the man sped away, but then he came back. Not once, but twice. Well, the third time, she took action.
What did she do? Kylie is with us to explain if she got him where it counts. Kylie, what did you do?
When he came back the third time, I threw a cup of boiling water on him.
And his reaction?
He said, "Oh yeah," and drove away.
So you think you got him? I mean, did it hit his skin? That had to hurt like heck.
It sure did. It's 220-degree water, and I drenched him.
And he hasn't been back, right?
No, we've been getting calls, but we don't know if it's from him or not.
But that is the surveillance video there that we're running of you actually dumping that cup of water on him. So now I guess authorities are looking for a guy dressed in women's underwear with second-degree burns, huh?
Yeah.
What have police told you, Kylie, about trying to find somebody like this? I mean, because I know you guys tried to get the license plate number, but couldn't, right?
Yeah, he had that covered up with women's underwear also.
And his head, I understand, was covered with women's underwear too?
Yes, the first time he came through, it was uncovered, but I wasn't exactly focused on his face.
Yeah.
But the second and third time, he did cover his face with the original pair of panties that he was wearing.
When you say that he came back 2 and 3 times, I mean, are we talking about hours between visits or minutes or what?
No, it was, I think all 3 times was in a span of about 10 minutes.
And Kylie, have police told you anything? I mean, have they been able to see anything from that surveillance video to try and get this guy?
There's no proof against anybody. I mean, we couldn't see his license plate or his face. However, I guess they do have a suspect, not in custody, but they do have a suspect.
And so I guess if there's a photo lineup, they're going to have to put women's underwear on their heads and show you a lot of pictures, huh?
I suppose so.
Kylie,
I'm making light of it, but I mean, does it make you nervous about going back to work?
Yeah, it was very scary. The first time possibly could have been like a joke, but after that it did become scary the second and especially the third time that he came back. He saw how scared we were and he liked that, and that's what was the most scary about it.
Yeah, I bet. You said you guys have gotten phone calls, like prank phone calls?
Yeah, we're not sure if they're him or if it's somebody else, but somebody is calling us saying, you know, it's him and that I threw water on him.
Yeah, well, Kylie, I have to say a lot of women out there are probably saying, you go, girl. And I'm sure you got him where it hurt, that's for sure. Kylie Ross is that brave barista, and I hope they find this sicko. Kylie, thanks for being here.